Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. What a song to sing before the recording of this episode. Hi, guys, welcome. Well, first of all, before I say welcome, hope everybody is doing well. I know life is hard, things are happening, price of food, price of this, diesel price, everything. So, guys, let's just hold on to God, eh? Ada, it will get better. Anyway, guys, I really hope you guys are doing well, and I just wanted to say to everybody, thank you so much for sharing. Like, I've just been seeing, so, sometimes I scroll on my Instagram or I'm looking at people's stories and I'll just see somebody like post, oh, I have the flan. I'm like, oh, this is so nice. I'm getting a lot of DMs and messages from friends and some people I don't even know, and it's very encouraging and it really means a lot to me. And I just wanted to say, thank you. And I want to encourage you to please continue doing this. Like, it really helps. It gets the word out there. It means more people can listen. So I would appreciate if my friends, people that don't even know me, if you like an episode, just share in your WhatsApp groups, share on your stories, on your WhatsApp status, talk about it. Yeah. So I really appreciate you guys. Anyway, welcome to another bonus episode. Yeah. So somebody sent a really interesting question. Not even interesting, it's just something that I feel like everybody has been through. And I wanted to say thank you for that question because I feel like a lot of people have gone through this and probably can relate to this. So thanks, man. Thanks for this question. And you guys are probably saying, Yele, can you please get to it? So the question is, how do you get over someone after a breakup? Yeah, what a question. I mean, I'm married right now and I don't intend on breaking up with my husband anytime soon. But this I can personally relate to. I am a girl's girl. I'm a lover at heart. I am a romantic. If I was a movie, I would probably be one of my favorite movies. Something's Gotta Give. Yeah. The Women, Girls Trip, Gotta Keep It Saucy, Sex and the City, all rolled up in one. I am a rom-com. If I was a movie, I'd definitely be a rom-com, romantic comedy, romance, all of that, And I think in the past, was I a serial dater? Yes, I was. I just went from relationship to relationship, not that I was hopping from guy to guy. Oh, please, I don't do all of that. But I was always in a relationship. And with my big age, I only had, I would say, one very serious one that everybody all my friends kind of know about. And then there's one that was kind of like on the low down, low key. Yeah. So after that experience, especially the one that was very public and all of that, I pretty much swore off men for that time. All I wanted men to do at that point was just take me out to catch cruise, take me for lunch, for dinner, for brunch. Sometimes if you want to sponsor holiday, feel free. I was all about that. But then I feel like God was like, well, what does this chick think she's doing? Who does she think she is? And he stopped me in my tracks, and then I met my husband. That's another one. Now, back to the question. The first thing that how do you get over a breakup? The first thing that I did after breaking up with my ex was I cried. I cried for a week straight. And luckily for me, my mom was around. So she took my phone, she took my laptop, she took everything, and just made sure that I had no contact with this person. And I tell you, luckily for me, I have a great bunch of friends who were like, they are finally, those kind of friends, they'll come and say, oh, Yele, sorry. But in the group, I'm sure they have a separate chat. They will now say, they are finally done, and this was like a 5-6 year relationship. So I'm sure they were like, how is this chick going to get over this, number one? And number two, we need to make sure that our friend does not jump into River Thames. So I would say cry it out. Tears are God's gift to us. Me, I've been saying this. I've always believed this. All this one of hard guy. Yeah, you can be tough, you can be strong, but tears are God's gift to us. It's like, it just says what the mouth cannot say. You release an emotion. It even detoxifies the body. It even helps you to clean your eye. Cry it out. Cry it out. And it allows us to release that pain. So, like when your child, when they cry, you know which one is the serious one. And for me to get up and be like, what's going on here? Sometimes they just fall, they hit their head, nothing serious, get on with it. But there's one where they now remain silent and then they let something out, one mad cry. That's when you know, that one is pain. And for me, that was probably what God saw, was like, that girl has gone silent and she's letting out a loud cry. I cried it out. Just cry it out. Let it out. Find a way to release whatever it is that you're feeling out of your body. If not, it's going to build up. And one day you're going to probably find yourself in a hole. And I think people react differently to breakups. Like I said, I cried a lot. I listened to a lot of Whitney Houston, Where Do Broken... See, I listen to... I watch a lot of movies. And I think one day, I don't even know how that happened. One day, after 7 days of serial, continuous crying. And when I say crying in the shower. I was crying everywhere. Cry when I'm eating. Cry when I'm sleeping. Guy. To the point that sometimes I'll just go to my sister's room right across the hall for me. I'll poke my head in, and I remember, the one I said that she would just rub your back when it's very, very bad. Or she would just be like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Or she's just looking for solution. That one, she allowed me to sleep in her bed though. That's when I knew, I must be really having a bad time. She let me sleep in her bed. And for me, that's huge when my sister does that. So I'll go into her bed and cry, eat and cry, sleep and cry. In fact, I think there was a time when my mom, she was making food, she was cooking stew or something. She now said, Adiele, go and bring plantain and tin tomato from the back. That's our garage. The woman was now thinking, how long does it take? Just not just go and pick something from. It's like going to pick something from the store quickly. She came. I was crying inside the garage. Tell me what would have triggered me to be crying just to pick up plantain and tin tomato. My mom now came. She now said, Adiele, what's going on? Hey, my God, my father. She just said, okay, come. She allowed me to cry on her lap. After I cried everything out, she now said, are you okay? Okay, oh yeah, let's continue making this stew. 7 days of serial crying. And then I feel like after that, it was like literally, the way God, 6 days or 6 days to make, it was just like, after those 7 days, all the water in my body just finished. It was like, okay, there's no more crying. It was very weird. And in that moment, I just decided that at some point, my face was swollen, my eyes were swollen, right? So what's next? What now? And I looked at my face in the mirror and I said, okay, we need to make a list. And then I had to begin to picture my life without this person. And let's be honest, a lot of women, you date somebody for a very long time like I did, you can't help but start picturing, what if I marry this person? What is my life going to look like? Don't kid yourself. If you want to say to yourself, no, don't lie. We all do it. And men, you guys, I don't know, I can only speak from my point of view, but I figured like if you're a man is dating somebody for that long, you probably are picturing your life with that person as well, if you're serious, right? So for me, I cried it out and I started to make a list of things that I needed to do in order to sort of get this person out of my system. I went into action mode. So for me, first thing, cry. Second thing, remove everything that is going to trigger a memory of that person. Anything that's going to trigger a memory. And can imagine in my case, 6 years of memories, trying to remove that was hard. So I would start there. Again, some of you might not even agree with me, but it worked for me. Remove immediate things that remind you. Gifts, items of clothing, pictures. I deleted messages, emails. I removed the person from my social media. I removed every single thing. There was no immediate sign around me to remind me of this person. In fact, I was so OCD about it that even some movies, yes, I remember I didn't watch The Godfather for a while. Like certain movies that reminded me of memories or of this person, I stopped it. Some of my DVD collections, I removed them, put them under my bed in a box where I would not be, I wouldn't be able to see anything. That was what I did. So I removed anything that would trigger a memory, and this was me distancing myself not only from that person physically but mentally. So I would say that you can do that, and I would even say that I avoided some restaurants. I'm not going to lie. I avoided some restaurants. I know some people might say, that's a bit extreme. I avoided some restaurants. I was like, oh, we used to go here often. You won't see me there again. You won't see. I mean, I didn't avoid some food because people, me, I like food, though. But I avoided some places that I was like, oh, we used to go here. This was a traditional. We go here, we do this, we do that. So please, anything that is going to remind you, oh, if you bought me this, well, if you have money, you can buy another phone. But anything that is going to immediately remind you of this person, I would advise that you just get rid of it. I don't care how expensive the bag is. Sell it, collect the money, use it to buy something else, right? So another thing that I did was I occupied my time a lot. And me, I was in my final year of uni. So I started working more. I started traveling a whole lot more. Yeah, I was traveling a lot. And I spent more time with my family, my friends. In fact, I think I went on a bender, not in a bad way, but in the sense that I lost a whole lot of weight. I was feeling myself. For me, this was a major confidence boost. And bear in mind, Dirty December was around the corner. This term, funny enough, this term had not been coined by them, but you guys get the gist. I was getting ready for December. I wanted to catch cruise, So I was busy. Months would pass, year passed, times will pass, things will happen. I mean, I was more present with my friends. In fact, I secretly started dating again, but like I said, I swore off men. So me, I was just sorry. Unfortunately, I was just using them to enjoy myself, catch cruise, go for dinner, go to the movie. If I want to watch a movie, are you around? Yes, I'm around. Let's go. That kind of thing. I was enjoying my life, right? In terms of serious relationship, forget about it. So sometimes when time has passed, you begin to heal, you begin to forget, right? And of course there'll be little reminders here and there, and then man, this is even the worst one. Sometimes when you don't expect it, something you didn't plan for will just come and trigger you. That one you can't plan for. It's not like before I was saying how, remove movies, gifts, and all of that. This one, it could just be that you're walking down Oxford Street, you're entering, a mall, or you're just entering somewhere and you just see them. Hey. Man, those ones you cannot plan for it. Or you see someone that is close to them, like maybe one of their best friends or their sibling or something like that, that will just trigger that emotion, that hurt, that feeling, right? I would say those days will come. I'm not going to lie to you. The best thing that you can do for yourself is to just ride that wave, because that one is an instant trigger. There's nothing you can do. Or I would just say, call your friend if you can in that moment. Go to a movie, go for lunch, do something that would immediately remove that trigger or that memory from your mind. That one is actually one of the worst ones, that you will just see them. And the worst one, if you now see them with another guy or another babe, hey, yellow worst. That one is the worst one. But it happens. Like I said, just ride the wave. So get ready for that. Get ready for that. Another thing that I would say when you immediately another thing that I would say is go through the feelings. Tell your trusted friends or your siblings, and you just have to take each day as it comes. Man, this is hard, though. Tell them what you need. Like, tell your friends what you need at this time. Don't go through this thing alone. And me, I don't know what I would have done without my mom and my sisters, and even my friends. Like, and one person, I can tell you that this guy, he doesn't even know the part he played. Like, I don't have any brothers, but he's like obviously like a brother. He's my cousin, he's a brother to me. He literally stepped into my life when this person, my ex, was exiting. Like, it was the way God just did that whole master planner. The way he just fixated my cousin on me. We would travel together, we go everywhere together, we go for lunch, we go for this. Like, I don't even think my cousin knew what role he played in just helping me to kind of get over that situation, because we're close, right? So yeah, God is good. Now I'm even thinking about it now. I'm doing a self-reflection. I'm thinking, wow, like God will actually just place people to help you. And I don't think he knew what he was doing. So shout out to you. If you know yourself, hey, hey, hey. If you don't, well, that one is on your own. But yeah, my friends were very helpful. My family was helpful. I would say occupy yourself with your passions. What do you like to do? Go to work, do the things you love. Like I said, me, I was doing a lot of traveling, and me, I was the queen of organizing lunch, hey, drinks, hey. We go to 45 Park Lane, we go and drink peace on earth. Yes, go for drinks. I knew the best place, going for lunch, going for dinner, have fun with your friends, go to Trader Vic's. At that time, I don't know what it's like now, but you go there and then go and have tiki tiki puka puka. For those of you that have been there, you know that drink is deadly. Go and have one that cocktail, you just be seeing double. But let me not go too much there. But have fun with your friends. Like, go out, catch cruise, have fun. And then you start to see that all these things that you were not doing, you stopped while you're in a relationship because you're always, and like me, I'm a very quality time person, so I'm happy to spend all the time with my husband. Like, I'm happy to spend all my time with him. That's how I am. Like, I'm good. Of course, I love my friends, I like hanging out, but I'm such a like quality time person. So you realize that all these things that you stopped doing while you were in a relationship, go and do them. Have fun. It will spark joy into your life again. You will just be a new person. This is also a new way to create new memories. So like how I said, I was even avoiding some restaurants, right? You probably see that after about 2 or 3 years, or I would say probably 2 years, yeah, I started going back to those places. Because what happens is that, the last time I was there, I was with Faye. It wouldn't be, the last time I was with this person, right? So it's just a little example of what I was trying to do. You guys kind of get the gist. So spend time with the people that lift you up, and then what will start happening is, I tell you from experience, what will start happening is you start forgetting the person. You start forgetting a lot of the memories. I'm telling you, especially when you've removed all the triggers around you. This takes time. So they cross your mind once a day, twice a day. Before you know it, to turn to once a day, then once a week, then a month. And then the only time you might even remember is on their birthday. And God forgive me, I hope I'm not stepping on any toes or anything, but even for me, people know me. When it comes to my birthday, I don't play. I love my birthday. I love celebration. Anything that is we're going to celebrate, I'm there. Especially my birthday, right? I carry my birthday on my head. I can tell you that I forgot this guy's birthday too. I'm not kidding. And for a lot of people, that will be very hard to understand, right? To the point that I will never forget. This person actually sent me a message like, you even forgot my birthday. I felt bad at the time, but that's what time does. Once you've moved on, you literally move on in your head. You don't even remember anything. Time will heal you. Hey, another one I will say is social media. I would say stay off or be less active. That's the best thing for you. Unless you have a business that is heavily reliant on social media. Of course, get your money. I'm not saying because of breakup now you shouldn't make your money, right? But I would say don't go on social media like I did and start putting out a front like everything is okay. You know how people will now come up with all this, you post one picture catching cruise, you now put stupid captions like, living my best life, catching flights and not feelings. Which best life are you living? And please, where have you been lately? Where did you go? As my mother would say, Emma Torai, that's in Yoruba. Meaning, don't kid yourself, love. Don't start putting any stupid cryptic life quotes. Don't be doing that. I did it. The ones, if you lost me, you lost me. If you love something, let it go. If you love it, rubbish and nonsense. That's all story for the gods. Stop seeking attention on social media. Don't do it. To be honest, I didn't do much of it, but I know that sometimes I used to post some stupid things. If I go and scroll down, maybe I will even find some, I will post it. Do you understand? Like, forget about that. Don't go on social media and start lying to everybody. Oh my God, I'm so good. I'm catching flies. Catching flies. Catching fish. Just don't do it. Don't seek attention on social media. Just keep hounding your trusted circle of friends. Just leave the court of public opinion. Leave them alone. Just focus on your healing. Ah, social media. Social media. Oh, deep. And then one day, but this one, time has to pass. This next one I'm about to say. Whew, this next one I'm about to say, time has to pass. You have to be on a particular level before you can do this one. I would say if you are bold enough and you're emotionally stable enough, ask for a meeting with that person. Ask for a meeting. And when I say time has passed, time has to pass. You cannot do this, especially if your relationship was as long as my own. You cannot be doing this a year after. Give yourself time. You can't do this when you are still raw, because you won't be able to convey certain things. Use your emotions that will be speaking for you. And I never actually told them. This is the first time my friends and family are going to hear about this. See, life. I didn't tell any of my friends and family that I was going to go and meet up with this person, because I knew that I would probably get a lot of backlash, advice. Oh, don't do it, and it's all from a loving place. It's not as if like they don't want you to. It's just from a loving place. But I just didn't want to hear any of that, right? And I suppose he must have done the same. I'm not sure. I believe, and unfortunately, I cannot confirm this, unfortunately, but I believe he must have done the same. I believe. But it was something that I knew needed to be done. And I would say, if you are bold enough to do this, you have to go there with the mindset that this person may or may not see the wrongs that they've done. Don't go there and expect an apology. Just don't do it. And you are probably not going to hear great things about yourself. If you are mature, and like you said, you've gotten over it, that's an opportunity for you to look for another person to tell you about yourself, so that you can look within yourself and say, okay, this is what I did bad in this relationship. How can I improve in my next one, right? So if I were you, don't go there with the mindset of, this is going to be an apology session. He was wrong, I'm right. Forget about it. And for me, this worked. I'm not kidding. I think we must have sat down for about 4 or 5 hours. And I learned a whole lot about myself. So if you are dealing with somebody who is mature, you can probably part ways on a relaxed note. But if not, my sister, my brother, it's best you don't even have this meeting at all. I was able to air things not from a totally emotional place, but from a place where my feelings towards this person wasn't going to cloud my judgment. And I wasn't hurt anymore. You have to be stable emotionally to be able to do this. And I also wanted a chance to forgive this person. Honestly, I had to forgive. People say, oh, forgiveness is only for the person. It's only for you, but it's also for the person as well. It's also for that person as well. So I wanted a chance to forgive the person properly, and for me to also fully throw away the key and just know that this is done, right? So it's for you to close that chapter fully. I don't recommend, and that's another thing, I don't recommend being friends with your ex until after certain stages in your life have happened. In fact, just forget what I said. It's not even necessary. You can be cordial. You can be, when you see each other, hey, what's up, how is it going? But there's no need for you guys to be forming best of friends. For me, personally, I could have easily done this because the way we left it that day suggested that could have happened. But for me, no. I don't see it's not necessary. I would advise against it, right? Because bear in mind, you already had a romantic relationship with this person. It can come back. It can come back. Right? So don't. Another thing, if you're going to have this meeting, please, this one is just common sense. Use your wisdom. Wisdom is profitable to direct. Do not, and I repeat, do not have this meeting in a private place. Go to a neutral ground. Us, we went to a park or an empty, no, we went to a park for everybody to see you. Yes, don't go and sit in somebody's house. You people start reconciling, then anything can happen. Use your head. I'm not going to start being explicit here, but you guys know what I'm saying. I got a hot chocolate, yes, from Costa. Yes, a nice muffin, chocolate muffin, sat there, and we did what we needed to do. Most importantly for me, I started looking for God again. And I'm sure this was very weird to him. Probably not, because he's used to this anyway. I'm sure he was just like, Gabriel, come and see something. Hey, look who we have here. She's praying, your friend is back. Go and call Michael for me. Tell him to come and see Wonder. Come and see Wonder. She's back. After blocking us out for how long? So you know who I am. You are welcome. Go and give this girl registration form. In fact, or she should have a file somewhere now. Go and bring out her file. God is very funny. I like to put him in that way. Humorous God. So I started looking for God again, right? And I had a friend, Steph. Like, we would always, we spent our time with God a lot. Anything Hillsong, we'll go there. But it's so interesting what's going on. Anyway, let me not go into that. But it's very interesting with what's going on with there right now. Anyway, so she would invite me to her church as well. We'd go for Hillsong conferences together. Things like that. So I was surrounding myself with friends who were thirsty for God, if you get what I'm trying to say. I was pivoting in a direction that was like, okay, these friends that I have, I am not judging them, but they are not giving me what I need from God in that moment. So let me shift my focus to these ones who are, doing the things that God is approving of. Right? So, I have a lot of cute memories with Lambs, Sheikh, Steph. We go to church together. After that, when I say, should we go for brunch? Should we go for this? So it was a cute time in my life, but let me not digress. God really helped me in this time. So if you are a believer, just don't take too long like I did. Just go straight to him. Go bypass all this what I've said. Just go straight to him and ask for direction, right? Because what will happen is that you begin to feel like you again after some time, but you'll be better. It's like you but 2.0, you but upgraded, if you guys are getting my drift. But yeah, it's a hard time. And when I saw this question, because quite a bit of time had passed, I had to actually mentally take myself back to give you guys the truest picture of what I was feeling at the time. Will I come and lie and say I don't remember? I remember it was messed up. It was bad. But I thank God for his grace and the healing and new and true love now in my life, And I can say one thing, guys, if your friend is going through a breakup, it's not funny. And like I said, most of us have probably been through this already. Most of us have been through this. Whether or not you supported the relationship, this one, that one, just know that it is hard for them. No matter how much they like to front, they put up a a picture like I was doing, I'm traveling, and it doesn't mean they're not hurting. Remember a couple of episodes ago, I was hampering on about a strong support system for your pregnant person. The same thing applies here. That person is going to need you. So be there. And I'm apologizing in advance for anything that your friend may or may not do to quote unquote piss you off in that season. They are not themselves. In fact, they might probably be a shadow of themselves. And I promise it will be over soon. But they are hurting more than you think. Especially friends, those ones that they don't really cry, they like to fall. Those ones are hurting. So take it from me, to whoever sent this question, I'm actually really sorry that you are going through this. I'm sorry that you're going through a breakup. And, it's tough, it sucks, it hurts. At some point, it will probably feel like you can't breathe, especially if it was a relationship that meant a lot to you. You feel like, why me? It's like the whole world is like against you, like you just stop. But I tell you that one day it's going to get better. It will get better, especially if that person is not right for you. You will get to a point like I did, where it's just a few pages in one chapter of your life, and fam, you have a whole book to write. Last, you'll be fine. So whoever you are, I'm giving you, I feel you, and I'm giving you a virtual hug. You are going to be fine. So I really hope this helped. I hope I wasn't babbling on, and I hope I actually answered the question. I hope kind of sort of answered the question. So like I said, anything that is going to trigger a memory, stay around your support system. Find those things that give you joy, passion. Even me, I'm not going to lie to you. I remember I joined one midnight gospel choir. It was so fun. Like, just do things that are going to make you happy. And like I said, there's going to be a moment where you didn't plan it, but something will just come unexpectedly and just trigger. Just ride that wave and go back to your manual and follow those steps. Most importantly, if you're a believer, hey, that's the only person that can give you true peace, and fully fill that hole. It's so interesting that I'm wearing Matt today from Defined Collection. Matt filling holes. He's the only one that will fill that void. So it's better you just focus on him first. First things first. So I apologize that you're going through this. It will be over soon. I promise. You will forget. I had to take myself back to be able to answer this question for you. So yeah, I hope I helped. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram at I have the floor _ and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the link in my bio to access all the platforms. Like I said, let's even continue this conversation. I'm going to ask you guys on my Instagram, like, if you have any more tips that I didn't mention, because like I said, I'm not the end all and be all knowing of knowledge and all of that, right? But I hope this has helped. Maybe we can help this brother or sister. Let's help them heal. Yeah, so guys, I appreciate you. Keep these questions, thoughts, feelings coming in. They're really, really good. They're actually even helping me in little ways that I probably didn't even know. So I really appreciate you guys. Ooh, what a good day. So all right, guys, thank you so much for the love. Thank you for your loyalty. Don't forget to share this episode if you like it, this bonus episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the things that you've been doing and more. All right, guys, I'm out of here. As always, I have the floor. Bye, guys. Thank you, God. I feel it. See what the Lord has done. Ooh, see what the Lord has done. What I waited for has come to pass. See what the Lord has done. Alright, let's get it going.